thought you'd have a 10.
It's as good as it gets. Yeah, they've been absolutely outstanding at home, and obviously average significant amount of goals as well. So it's a huge task, but we've had really positive results against the top teams this year. Being Chelsea, being Manchester United, drew with the City themselves, which very few teams have been able to accomplish. So we were pleased with our performance against them at the Britannia. So we'll have to match that and maybe go somewhere a little bit more as well, because at home they are quite formidable. So we need to be our best, we know that, but it's up to us to remain in the game, make sure that we give ourselves an opportunity to win it ourselves. If we do that, then who knows? No, not really. I think they're able to go from one challenge to another and refocus very quickly. They've got a huge squad with great qualities, so difficulty from my point of view as an opposition manager is knowing who they're going to actually pick on the day. That's a conundrum really, because they have so many options and permutations that they can go with, that it's sometimes difficult to give my guys heads up in terms of the correct personnel. You know, the style of play will remain predominantly the same, and you can plan and cater for that, but personnel wise it's always difficult to exactly get the information right. But we're in good heart at the moment. We're looking forward to the games that we have left from now to the end of the season. It's going to be really interesting for a lot of clubs, a lot of issues to be decided, so we're looking to be really positive in this second part of the season. It's different times for Man City. During my time, I was right at the beginning and the outset of trying to change the standing of the club and take it to a different level. And so I was at the beginning. Roberto Mancini was in the middle and really pushed it forward, and Pellegrini has an opportunity now, a great opportunity to really solidify the club and really push it on to even greater levels. So the Champions League is a huge prize for any club, and that's the one prize obviously that Man City will be chasing in the coming years. Whether or not they'll be able to overcome the deficit that they're up against Barcelona it's difficult to really think they can do that, but who knows? Who knows? They've got top quality world-class players within their ranks, and if they all click on the one occasion they need to, then they can still stay in the Champions League. But certainly in the years to come, that's the focus of their efforts, I'm sure. But my part was a small part at the beginning, and you move on. You don't bear grudges or be bitter about it. I enjoyed my time there, and it was time for me to move on. The only one, apart from Robert Hughes, who obviously is a long-term injury, but is doing very well, I have to say, and has trained again with the group today. So he's completed 2 full training sessions with the senior squad now. So we're able to manage the injury, and it seems to be reacting well to work. So that's encouraging for him and for us. But the only negative from the trip away was obviously the injury to Ozzy Asaidi. Unfortunately, he's torn his knee ligament, and he's going to be out for, so they tell me, between 4 to 6 weeks. So that's a real blow, because he was looking really sharp and having a real effect in games for us, and it's a blow that he's not going to be available. But given the medical cover that we have here and the quality of the staff here in terms of their rehab and their ability to get people back, I'm sure he'll be back sooner rather than later. I'm not quite sure where that's come from, to be perfectly honest. Now he's progressing well. Like I said, he's last 2 training sessions he's been engaged fully in those training sessions, and that's not been the case. So he's actually progressed quicker in the last couple of days, where whereas people have been making the point that he's had a setback, but so I don't really know where that story's come from. Really.
Can you say sort of when he might be back?
Not really. Probably needs game time now. If we can get him playing, then obviously that's the next step for him. We have games organised that he could play a part in, so as long as he's dealing with the training load that we're giving him at the moment, which he seems to be, then we'll look to get him game time next week and the week after. Yeah, I think there's been contact, further contact since we come back. We're hopeful that that might be concluded. If he can go there and get games, then obviously that will help his development. That's the motivation from our point, to obviously look to place him somewhere, hopefully where he can get games and continue his development. He's had a good year up to this point, been out and on already, was able to get games in the first team here, played at Premier League level, so in terms of his development pathway, it's really progressing really well. So if he can go to Leeds, which is obviously a big club, big expectations, good fan base, a lot of the things that obviously he needs, and the pressures that brings, he needs to play under that type of pressure to enable him to continue to progress. So if he's able to go there and get games, then that will help him, I'm sure.